Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Deacon Hayes. I'm the founder of Well Kept Wallet, where we're going to help you make money, save money, and pay off debt. Let me know in the chat. Make sure that you can hear me okay. Just give me a thumbs up or say sounds good. And I'm just going to keep going. I had some technical issues in the first one, but I think we got those ironed out by now. So today we're going to go over 10 different ways to make money in 2022. Some of these I've actually done myself, so I can tell you firsthand my experience. If you have questions, make sure to drop those in the chat, and I'll try to answer those by the end of today's session. But really just trying to equip you to be able to come up with the extra money to achieve your goals in life. So some of those goals could be saving for retirement so that you can retire at a certain age. Some of those other goals, let's see, I have some issues, it looks like, with the video. Let me know if you're having any issues with the buffering. So basically, we're going to talk about these 10 different ways that you can make money in 2022. And these are all legit ways. So the first way, and I have a friend, her name is Carrie Olson. She is a voiceover artist. Give me a second. I just want to make sure here with our video that this is coming through okay on our settings. So I think we're good. Stream, output. All right, open this. Maintain smooth streaming. All right, here, give me a second. This is our bit rate. Highly recommended. Are you seeing any buffering? I know there's a couple of you guys in here. All right, give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can change the camera quality here. Let's see if we can go again here. There we go. Okay, so we're back at it. So really, if you're watching this, say what's going on. We're going to talk about 10 different ways that you can make some extra money this year. So the first way is a voiceover artist. So this is where you record audio. It can be in the comfort of your home, and brands will pay you for it. So I've hired a voiceover artist to do the intro for my podcast. I have a friend, her name is Carrie Olson. She traveled the United States in a trailer and recorded her voiceovers while traveling in the trailer with kids. So like the reality is it's a very flexible side job where you can make really good money because these brands will pay well for these type of things. It could be commercials, podcast introductions. It could be any type of advertising for like a radio show. There's all sorts of ways. And then obviously the ones that we know of, like animated, movies and TV shows, is another way once you get established. So voiceover artist is the first way you can make some extra money on the side. The second way is to teach music lessons. So maybe you're a little bit more musically inclined, but not in person, online. So I've actually hired personally a rap coach, and I think they make anywhere between $30 and $60 an hour to teach you how to rap, right? Or it could be guitar, it could be piano. If you're musically inclined, you can make a decent side income. And the great thing about being a music teacher online is that you can get recurring clients. So they want to meet weekly or they want to meet monthly, and so you can have that revenue coming in month after month. So that's the second way to make money in 2022 on the side. The third way is if you're more of an animal person, you're like, I'm not musically inclined, I don't think I have a voice for voiceover work, would be to walk dogs or to dog sit. So there's sites like rover.com where you can go make a profile, and then you could go walk dogs around your neighborhood or in your area. You could dog sit on the weekends, whatever it might be. So if you're an animal person, this could be a great way to make some extra money on the side. Another way that I've personally used, right, and I love this, is garage sale arbitrage. And I think right now is a great time to find good deals at garage sales. Not only garage sales, but thrift stores. So basically what you do is you find products for less and you sell them for more. I'll give you a couple examples. So one thing that I look for is electronics. So I'm pretty familiar with, say, like routers and computer stuff. And so I went to a yard sale. I said, how much do you want for this router? I held it up. She's like, $5. I'm like, $5. I'm like, okay. I look it up on Amazon, it's selling for $50. It might have been Amazon or eBay. And so I was able to sell it for $50. And then you have to pay for shipping and you have to pay fees like PayPal fees, eBay fees. At the end of the day, though, probably made $30, $35. Didn't take me much time. The cool thing now is that they'll preload a lot of the information if you get something with a barcode. So if you scan like a book or a DVD that's older or anything that has a barcode, even if you got the router and it had a barcode on it, if you scan it, it will preload the image, it will preload information about it. So it doesn't take very much time to list it at all. So So this is a great way to make some extra money, a couple $100 a week on the side, going to yard sales, going to thrift stores, finding ways to make deals. So someone's at my front door, but I'm not there. I'm at my office right now. So anyways, glad that you're joining. Thank you for watching. If you have questions about making money on the side, put those in the chat. And if you have any issues with the audio, let me know. I had some issues earlier, but I think we're good. So that was the fourth way was garage sale arbitrage. The fifth way, this is another thing that I personally did. When I was starting Well Kept Wallet, believe it or not, I wasn't making a full-time living. I quit my job being a financial planner, and I was like, I'm going to make this Well Kept Wallet thing work. But in the meantime, I needed to make some money while I was trying to figure it out. So I learned a skill, which is to build a website, which is Well Kept Wallet. And I had a friend that said, hey, could you build a website for my family's company? And I said, well, I can. He's like, how much did you charge? I'm like, I don't know. I'll Google it. I Googled it, and it was like $1,000 to $1,500 for a basic website. So I said $1,200. I was like, I know I'm not the best, and I know I'm not the worst. So somewhere in the middle, and he said yes, right? So $1,200, and I learned all of this stuff by going to YouTube and watching how to create a basic website. And so give me 1 second while I just plug in so we make sure we have enough battery for today. Apologize for that. I brought my laptop home so that I did a talk at GCU yesterday, Grand Canyon University, actually the past 2 days, where I talked to college students about money in college. So we basically talked about paying off debt and investing. Did you know that the student loan debt right now is $1.6 trillion? So I was shocked at that. I had to update the numbers. That was as of September. Anyways, back to what we're talking about, developing websites. So I learned everything about building websites on YouTube for free. I'm not a very technical person. I learned how to do this by watching these sites and saying what works, what doesn't work. And so that would be the fifth way to make money in 2022. Another way that's a great way to be a little bit more passive is to sell printables. So printables are basically like a PDF that you can sell online. And I'll give you an example. I have a buddy, he has a debt thermometer. For people looking to pay off debt, they want to fill it out and say, okay, I've got $50,000 in debt, and I paid off $1,000. I paid off $2,000. And they want to fill it up until it's completely full and they can celebrate, right? He charges like 99 cents for it, but he makes like $500 to $1,000 per month selling a printable online. So this is another thing that you could think of is, do you have a skill set? Is there a need in what your hobby or maybe the industry that you're in for some sort of PDF that people will be willing to pay for because you're making their life simpler? And it's a low barrier to entry. It's $1 to $3 for a PDF, right? So this could be another way to make $500 to $1,000 per month. And it could be more passive, right? You create it one time and get that passive income. So that's the sixth way to make money. The seventh way that you can make money in 2022 is by doing tasks for other people. So there's a site called TaskRabbit where I've actually hired people. They can build furniture for you. They can run errands for you, like grocery shopping, picking stuff up. I actually hired a lady to come to my office and scan a bunch of documents that I had. I was like, this is something that was just weighing on me for a long time. I need to get this done. She came to my office and she scanned all the documents, and it was fairly affordable. Now, I would say they probably make anywhere between $20 to $50, depending on the level of skill needed to do a task. But TaskRabbit could be a great way to make some extra money on the side. That's the seventh way. So the eighth way would be to manage social media accounts for other people. So if you like being on Facebook or you like being on Pinterest, there's businesses that will pay you to manage their pages for them. So essentially what you do is you'll get access to those pages, create some sort of plan, a calendar saying, hey, how much are you going to post? You're going to post 1 time a day, 3 times a day. Are you going to post on the weekends, or are you just going to post on the weekdays? What social media accounts that are really active for them or would be good for their business, right? Maybe Twitter is better for some businesses where Pinterest is not. And maybe Instagram is better for businesses that have really visible products that they want to sell. So you could manage those accounts for them. This could be easily, a client could, you can make $500 a month just managing one client on the side. And if you, let's say you got 10 clients, that's $5,000 a month. And it's just a skill set that you can learn, and there's lots of free courses online or even going to YouTube and figuring out the best strategies that are working today in the different social media platforms. Once again, thanks for watching. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. We're focusing on making money, but any money related questions I will answer at the end. So I'm just going to recap real quick for those that are new that join. The first way to make money is a voiceover artist. The second way, teach music lessons, teach money lessons online. I guess you could do that. Teach music lessons online. And I gave the example of a rap coach that I've hired personally. The third way would be walking dogs, right? So if you like animals, this could be a great way. Walk dogs, sit dogs. The fourth way, garage sale arbitrage. You're buying stuff for less, selling it for more. The fifth way, website design, right? Building basic websites. We're not talking about intricate websites. These are websites where you can get themes, you can get templates, and then you just customize them for whatever the client's needs are. And you could do anywhere from $500, I'd say, to $5,000, depending on the complexity. Businesses need websites that are mobile friendly to help them succeed. So that's the fifth way. The sixth way is selling printables, and talked about how you create a PDF, sell it for $1 to $3, can easily make $500 to $1,000 a month on the side, and it's a more passive thing. It's not something you have to maintain as much. The other way was doing tasks for people using a site like TaskRabbit. The eighth way was managing social media accounts. So the ninth way, this one's actually kind of fun because I didn't know about some of these until recently. But there are sites where you can actually rent out storage space in your home for other people. There's a site called Neighbor, where basically, let's say your neighbor's moving and they don't want to rent a storage unit, or maybe they're having a remodel done and they need to move some stuff out of their house and they need some space. You could rent out your spare bedroom or your garage or your storage closet, make some extra money with the space that you already have. So that's one way about renting out your stuff. Another way would be by renting out your car. So let's just say you work 9 to 5, it's sitting in a parking garage, not doing anything. You could turn that car into something that generates income for you. So there's sites called Hire Car, and it's H-Y-E-R. H-Y-R-E, I'm sorry, car. And then Turo, T-U-R-O, where you can rent out your car for cash and make some extra money on the side with stuff that you already have. The third one, which is really new, and I forget the name of the company itself, but if you Google this, rent your pool, you can rent your pool out to people that are looking to do pool parties or birthdays or whatever. And I know you probably have questions about liability and all that. I'm sure they have insurance and all that stuff, so you want to look into that. But these are three ways you can rent your stuff out. So rent storage space in your home, rent out your car when you're not using it. Maybe you go on vacation, it's just sitting there and you can rent it out to someone for a week. And then renting out your pool if you have one. We live in Arizona, so lots of people have pools here. If you're watching this maybe in a cooler state and you don't have a pool, then that might not be for you. But maybe you could rent out your car or rent out some storage space. The 10th way, and so this is another way that, like, if you're good at organizing, right? If you like Marie Kondo and you're like, oh, I want to get in there and organize stuff for people, people will pay you to come to their home and organize their garage, organize their closet, go to their business and organize different, files and business things. So this is the 10th way that you can make money is organize for people. And there's sites like Thumbtack where you can create a profile and say, hey, here's what I could do for you. I'm really good at organizing. Here's how much I charge. And when you're just getting started, just start at a low rate, right? So you Google, look at what the lower rates are, start at that low rate so you can create a client base, right? Get reviews. Once you start to get reviews, then you'll get shown more inside places like Thumbtack, possibly Yelp. I'm not sure if Yelp has it, but I know Thumbtack does. And so these are ways that you can make money with very little capital, right? To organize doesn't cost you money, right? They might have to go out and buy stuff. You say, hey, go buy these bins, but you're just using your time to be able to do this. So I want to recap for everybody that's joined. Thank you. I know we got a few watchers that are live, and then there'll be more after this. If you have questions, definitely drop them in the chat. I'm here to answer them. I love answering any specific questions. So I'm going to recap, and then I have one question someone asked earlier that I'll go over. So the first one was voiceover artist, and I have a friend that makes a full-time living. Her name's Carrie Olson. She's done stuff for Disney. She just basically done it out of a trailer. They traveled the United States. So you just use your voice, record it on different platforms so you can make some extra money for these commercials and things like that, podcast intros. Teach music lessons online. This could be piano. It could be voice lessons. It could be rap. That's what I like, right? So I hired a rap coach on a site called takelessons.com. So you create a portfolio or a profile, and then you develop a portfolio through working on there. And then eventually people just come to you and hire you because they like the work that you do. The third way would be to walk dogs. Fourth way, garage sale arbitrage, buying for less, selling for more. Fifth way, designing websites, if that's your forte. The sixth way, creating printables that you can sell online, and it's more of a passive source of income. The seventh way, doing tasks for other people. So TaskRabbit was the site we talked about for that. Oh, by the way, for the printables, Etsy is where he sells the printables. Number 8, social media account management. So businesses needing to maintain a presence online, maintaining their Instagram, their social media, Pinterest. I say Pinterest, but I think like there's lots of businesses, bloggers even, that will pay to have their Pinterest managed. 9, rent out your stuff. So we talked about your pool, your car, and your house. I mean, you could also rent out a room on Airbnb. We didn't talk about that, but I figured people have already heard that before. Welcome to you that just joined. We're talking about ways to make money. Drop your comments in the chat if you have any about ways that you've made money, or maybe you're looking for a side hustle. Tell me what your hobbies are. What's something that you enjoy doing, and I could probably give you a way on how to make money with it. And the 10th way that we talked about is organizing stuff for other people. So creating a profile on like Thumbtack that says, hey, I'm an organizer. I can come to your house. I can come to your business, and charging a low rate so that you can get clients that will actually be able to say, hey, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to do this. And really it's a value to them, and it doesn't take a lot to start up. Most of these don't take any money to start up. I'm trying to look here, just make sure. Yeah, I mean, voiceover, you use your voice. Teaching music lessons. If you already play piano, you probably have a piano, right? Walking dogs doesn't cost you anything. You're going to use their leash and their stuff. Garage sale arbitrage, that does take a little bit of capital. You got to buy stuff to sell. Website design could cost money if you went and bought themes and plugins and stuff, but you can also start with free stuff just to get started. So most of these are like little to no capital whatsoever to make some extra money on the side. So another question that I had earlier, I did a TikTok live, was a friend had an elderly parent that wanted to make some extra money on the side to supplement their income. One thing that I think when you're in your latter years of life, you have a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom that you've gained, right? So consulting can be a great way to make some extra money, right? So let's say you're a mechanic. You could do some consulting for a mechanic shop on best practices. Let's say that you were a music teacher, right? You could consult music teachers, right? You figure out how do you use that knowledge that you gained throughout the years to then help other people and make money in the process, right? Like obviously these businesses want to be able to improve their businesses. They want to make more money. So for them to hire a consultant could help them grow their business. So it's a win-win scenario, right? Another thing could be just like doing things that you enjoy, right? I know a lot of times like woodworking, let's say that you like making things. You could make tables and desks and chairs and do stuff like that in the comfort of your own home and sell it to people. And a lot of times you can get those commissioned. So these are people that are actually looking for this anyways. So these are some great ways to make some money kind of when you're elderly, looking to supplement Social Security. And I really appreciate you guys coming around. I know taking your time in the morning. We were doing it in the afternoon before, but YouTube actually told me that most people are on at 9 and 10 a.m. Pacific time, that this would be the best time. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. If you have any questions before I wrap up, I really would love to answer them. One of the things that I did was I took my side hustle, which was blogging, and turned it into a full-time income. I've been doing this since 2013, and I'd say I've been making a full-time income from it since 2016. So it took me about a few years to build it up. But really, I mean, I didn't realize that an online business was possible, right? Like I was a financial planner working a 9 to 5 in an office that I had to drive in traffic to. And I was like, this is what life is like, right? And then I just decided, hey, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try going to work for myself and figuring it out, right? And so that's why these YouTube videos are really fun for me, because I think this is a time where I can connect with you guys and really any questions that you have, answer them. Some weeks have more questions than others, but at the very least, if I can help you find some ways to make some extra money in this one, that's great. We're going to do another YouTube Live next week, going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific time again. And next week, oh man, I think it's on tracking your progress. I'm going to double check that. But check out, so you should be on our email newsletter. That's the best way to make sure you're up to date on which ones they are. But we'll have another one on how to improve your financial situation in some way. I'm pretty sure it's how to track your financial progress, which is really fun because it's less about budgeting. It's more about how do I make sure that I'm hitting the goals towards retirement or towards putting my kids through college or towards saving up for a house, right? How do I track my financial progress, not necessarily the budgeting side of things. So it's a little bit more fun. And so I'm going to check my phone here just to make sure. Oh, it's my wife. So you guys get the privilege of like 30 seconds here. Hold on. I'm doing a YouTube Live right now, but if you need 1 minute, I'm here. Gotcha. Can you just give them a, let's just talk about it later? Okay, bye. All right, so we're looking to have some contract stuff done, and so I had to take that. I apologize. But this is what happens in lives, right? This doesn't happen in normal videos. It's just like real life, right? I have a wife, I have kids, we have stuff going on. But I appreciate you sharing this time with me. Any last minute questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we do have the live coming next week, 10 a.m. Thursday. Talk about something to improve your finances. I'm positive. And that if you want to get notified, just sign up for our email newsletter at wellkeptwallet.com. We have a free 5-day course right there on the homepage where it will teach you how to create a budget, how to pay off debt fast, how to track your progress. A couple other great things in there. I remember, making money and saving money that we haven't talked about in this video. So I hope you sign up for that. I appreciate you joining. I don't see any other questions here. So we'll just stay tuned for the next one next Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks for joining.